Welcome to Football with Cheese. In this video, I'm going to do an instant reaction to the news that the New Orleans Saints are going to start rookie Tyler Shough as their quarterback, replacing Spencer Rattler. But before we get into that, make sure you subscribe. You know what to do. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss one of my videos. Thank everyone who came out last night for the watch-along. That lasted almost 7 hours because the game went 18 innings. Me and Mike made it to the end. I almost didn't. I would not have made it 20 innings. Maybe I would have made it one more, but if it had gone beyond 19, I just would have told Mike, I'm out. I was so tired by the end of it. It was a lot of fun. We're going to do more watch-alongs in the future. Hopefully get a college football one in soon. We have not done college football yet. Lights Out Podcast with me and Mike is tonight, every Tuesday night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Link in the description. Make sure you check it out. So before we get into Tyler Shough, the Saints are 1-7. They're one of the worst teams in the NFL. I predicted they would pick first in the draft. They still could. They're right there, tied for the worst record at 1-7. And they started Spencer Rattler as their quarterback, and I get it. They didn't want to throw Tyler Shough out there to start right away. Spencer Rattler did win the job in training camp, and he was a 5th-round pick last year, so it's only his second year. But Spencer Rattler, he's just not good enough. He's a little undersized. He's not accurate enough. He doesn't always make the best decision. And before the last 2 weeks where they played the Bears and Buccaneers, I was seeing people on X saying, all those people that said Spencer Rattler wasn't any good, those guys are idiots, or he's the guy, look how well he's playing. And I'm thinking, he's 1-5. He's thrown 6 touchdowns in 6 games. How is that good? Yes, only 1 interception. Probably very good coaching. Game managing, just don't make a mistake. That's very likely what happened. But 6 touchdowns in 6 games is not good. That's a game manager stat. And game managers, as we know, you're not winning Super Bowls with them. So all those people on X acting like he was the man. Just look at analytics too. Any analytic company you like. None of them liked him. None of them had him as a top 20 quarterback. Most of them didn't have him as top 25. So the last 2 weeks, it was a disaster. So he went 6 touchdowns, 1 pick in the first 6 games. Last 2 games, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. 3 against the Bears. They blitzed him like crazy all game. Corner blitz, safety blitz, linebacker blitzes. Dennis Allen, the former head coach of the Saints, is now defensive coordinator of the Bears, threw everything at Spencer Rattler, and he did not handle it well. And he needed to be replaced. This is a good decision, perfect timing. Now, ideally, you don't want to start a rookie quarterback. You want Tyler Shough to sit a year, like Patrick Mahomes did, like Carson Palmer, people like Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years. You want him to sit. But the Saints can't afford to do that. More on that in a second. Let's just talk about Tyler Shough. 2nd-round pick out of Louisville. He was started at Oregon. He went to Texas Tech. He's 25 years old. Had a lot of injury history. That is why he didn't go in the first round. Those 2 reasons, age and injury history. Age is more important in other positions than quarterback because you see people like Brady and Rodgers play into their 40s. But Shough fell because of it. And I watched a lot of tape on him when he started moving up draft boards. He was like a 4th or 5th round pick most of the process. And then there were rumors that someone like the Giants or Saints would take him in the 2nd or 3rd round. And he's got tools. He's athletic. He's got a big arm. He can make all the throws. Here's the problem with Tyler Shough and why he wasn't up there with Cam Ward. He is great in a clean pocket. But when he has pressure, when he has to throw on the run, his mechanics break down. He gets inaccurate. Pressure in his face in the pocket or when he's on the run, he's just not nearly as good. Significantly different. And that is the problem with Shough. He reminds me actually of Sam Darnold. Same thing. When the pocket was clean, when Darnold was at USC, he was great. He would eat you alive. And when he had pressure, when he played the really good teams at USC, he struggled. And Shough reminds me of him. Do I think he'll be good as Sam Darnold is now? No, I do not. Took a while for Darnold to get good, though. He started really bad in his career, bounced around a bunch of teams, and has had success in Minnesota and now Seattle. But that's a little background of Tyler Shough. He is more talented than the Rattler. I like this move. I think the timing is good. And going back to what I said, ideally you want to have someone sit for a year, 2 or 3. But one thing is, he's now 26 years old, and the Saints have to know if he's the guy. They have to play him. because they're likely going to pick in the top 5, and I think 5 quarterbacks will likely go in the top 10. Just like in 2024 when 5 of the top 10 picks were quarterbacks, 6 of the top 12. I don't think this class is as good as that, but it's still a very good class, and a lot of quarterbacks are going to go high. You need to know if Tyler Shough is the guy. So now he can play the final 9 games, and you can evaluate him. And if he's not the guy, because Spencer Rattler isn't, we already know that. If he's not the guy, then you can draft a quarterback. If he is the guy, then let's trade out. Let's get some offensive line help. Let's get some receiver help. Let's get a stud tight end, or help the defense, which isn't that good. So they need to know. And if he is the guy, awesome. That's what you want if you're a Saints fan. If he's not, okay, then draft a quarterback. Even though there's no Joe Burrow or Andrew Luck in this draft class, no, hands down, number 1 pick. We know after the college season who the first pick's going to be. We knew it was going to be Burrow. We knew it was going to be Andrew Luck. There's not one quarterback that good a prospect, but like I said, there's 4 or 5 that could go in the top 10. I'm not going to get into names now. That's a video for after the season. But I like this move. Saints fans should be excited. You want to see if this guy can play. You wish the offensive line's a little bit better, so it'll make it a little tougher to evaluate Shough. But I want to see how he handles pressure, because that's what defensive coordinators are going to do against him. They're going to throw pressure at the young quarterback. If he can handle it well, if he can play well and convince the Saints he's the guy, wow. Then they got their franchise quarterback in the 2nd round. So what do you think down below? Do you like this move? How well do you think Tyler Shough will play for the rest of this season? Make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell for notification. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Really helps out the channel. Share this with anyone who loves football as we continue to grow the channel. I have a Bengals video I'm going to release tomorrow. Basically where the Bengals are at, what's going on with Flacco and Burrow and the whole organization, Trey Hendrickson. We'll talk about a little on the Lights Out podcast tonight, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Link in the description. I'm glad I waited to do the Bengals video. I was going to do it last week because after the loss to the Jets, that will change a lot about the video. I had to change my notes quite a bit. So look out for that tomorrow. Check these out if you have not, and I'll see you in the podcast tonight.